Today, we're hopping into Google Slides. Yes, I want to help you with all of your presentations. I want you to be able to put your listing presentation in a Google Slide or your buyer presentation in a Google Slide, or you can create amazing slideshows that highlight homes and things like that. And we're going to do that all in Google Slides. So let's go. Are you having a hard time implementing technology into your business? Well, that's okay. I got you covered. If you follow my videos and you still can't get it done, I got you. So just fill out the form, scan this QR code, or check the description for a link. Fill out the form and we can meet. And I can assess your needs and we can have a consult and we can do something to get that done for you. So, what do you got to lose? I'd love to meet with you. Hey everybody, I'm your favorite tech trainer, Bren Brewer, and we're going to dive right into the Google Slides. I'm actually using Google Slides right now, and it's in presentation mode. So I'm going to get out of this mode and show you what it looks like to open up your Chrome web browser and go to Google Slides. And I'm going to show you a little bit of the fundamentals on getting into Google Slides, a couple of real estate tips for Google Slides, some elements that you can add to your slides. It's basically just like PowerPoint, only it's in Google Slides. And then I'll show you how to share and collaborate with your team and maybe even some clients. And then I will show you some final touches and some presentation tips on using Google Slides. So let's get going. Okay, so when you open up Chrome, you're looking at a screen like this. And I want you to make sure you're logged in. See, I'm logged in here. You can see my KW account is here. And on the Google Apps button, I want you to click that, and I want you to click Slides. You can see here's all my slides that I use for my classes that I teach at my market center. And then if you want to start a blank presentation, you can click here. If you want to use a template, you can click here. And then also there is a template gallery. And if you go into the template gallery, there is a Keller Williams section if you're logged in to your KW account, and you can pull any of these slides out for anything you might want to use, and it's already branded to KW. So here's one. It's just a meeting presentation template. It's got the KW information here. You can use those, or you could just use general templates. So it just kind of depends on what you're doing. If you're creating, a slide for a presentation that's for listing presentation, or it's for whatever it might be. I'm going to actually show you how to create a listing presentation from scratch. So I'm actually going to show you how to get started on a listing presentation from scratch, from blank. So we're going to get out of this template gallery. We're going to click on blank presentation. We click here, it has one slide as a default, and then here on the right hand side it has a ton of themes that you can click through. So if you like any of these, you can use those. This is the theme I've used for all my classes, but if you like other colors, you can definitely do that. So I'm just going to scroll through here, see if I like any of these, and let's just do a simple dark theme. Right? And I am going to call this a title here for the slide, Your Guide to Selling Your Home. It's just going to be a home selling guide, and it's really my listing presentation. Okay. Underneath here, I might put my name. There we go. And always when you're using the word realtor, you're going to do the R there. So now I have your guide to selling your home. Now if I want to add a slide, I'm going to come over here and I can click the plus button. That's going to add a new slide, and it's going to automatically default to a title and text. So what I might want to do is actually, I'm going to go back to this first slide, and I would probably insert an image of their home. And I'm just going to resize this a little bit. maybe put it over here. I'm not exactly sure, but let's see. Let's just move it around. We're just going to move it around. We're going to play around with this. And I'm going to make this a little smaller and then also just move it around. Okay. Doesn't need to be so big. But you play around with it, get it how you want it. I'm going to make these a little smaller so it fits on one line. And now you can see that it does here. And that way I can move it up. Your guide to selling your home. And I'm going to put a picture of their home. I don't know if I necessarily need my name here because I am going to be sitting there with them. So what I might do is just center this picture here and just have a guide to selling your home. I may have my logo on this, anything like that. So let me insert an image, upload from my computer, and let me look for my logos folder. And I'm just going to resize that and make it tiny. And I'm going to put it somewhere on this page. Maybe down here at the bottom. You know, this is very basic. You can make it better. You can put transitions in here and things like that. But you're going to go on and on and on. And you will create this however you like it in your slides. Okay, and so the next page on the second slide here, this may be a little bit about you. So we'll say you might put your name here and then your contact information here. So put your phone number. So we might put phone, email, web. And again, we're going to probably put that logo in here as well. It's not the same size as it was before. But yes, I can also go here and copy and then go here, delete that and paste. And it's going to put it right in the same spot. So I like that. This is just a placeholder. I'm going to click the plus button to add another slide. And this one I might put their address, add another photo of the property, and then start adding maybe some bullet points about their house. And on and on and on. And you're just going to keep adding slides and going through your presentation to make it that way. And that's how you would do your listing presentation. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you get the idea here. You can always add a new slide. If you click the little drop down arrow, this is going to give you the option of adding a new slide with a different layout. So maybe you want one with a title section and description and then other things on here. Maybe you want one with a caption. Maybe you want just one column. Maybe you want title and body like we have. Maybe you just want an title and 2 columns. Maybe you just want a big number. So it's things like that that you can add to your slide with just a different layout here. Okay, of course you have your menu bar here where you can undo, redo, print. You can use the paint format here and zoom. You can see what your presentation looks on 200% and 50% or 100% if you can't see it. This is your selection tool. This is your text box. So if I click that, I can easily add a text box. If I click this, I can insert an image. It's just like going to insert image here. I can also do that from this button as well. This is going to insert a shape. So if you need a certain shape into your presentation, that's going to be able to insert that for you. So let's just say we put a plus there. And then, let's see, where was I? A line. If you want a line, you can insert a line. This is going to insert a speaker spotlight. So if you wanted to be in your presentation while you're doing it, if you have a camera while you're presenting, it's going to show you that. Anyway, it just puts a shape to your slide so people can see you speaking during the slideshow. And then you can also add comments. You can change your background color. If you don't like the dark, we can go change it. And that's just going to do on this slide. But you can also add an image as one of your slides. So maybe I wanted a big KW, I would insert that, and then I have a KW here in the background, and that's going to be on my slide. So you can choose wisely what you want. You can also change the layout of the slides here. You can change your theme as well. So maybe I want this theme instead. And then you can also click to add transitions. So I can put a transition on all of these things, or I can animate the objects that are on my slide. So a transition is going to be something that you can, when a slide moves from one slide to the next. So if I click there and I pull down and choose transitions, you can see that I can also apply that to all slides. Over here you can see there is a transition on all my slides. So let me go back to the first slide and I'll click slideshow, and you can see here when I go to the next, it dissolves into each slide. So that's pretty cool. And then I can go back here and also click on something. So this would be an object animation. So I can add an animation and it's going to appear on click as the default. And I can add another animation. So let's say this one will add an animation. It's also going to appear on click. You can also make them, so let me go back to this one and we can add an animation. It's going to disappear on click. And then also this one will add an animation to disappear on click. And then let's play it out and see what it looks like. There you go. So you can see those are my animations. Play with that. It's pretty fun to do some cool stuff with that. And I love making my slides have animations in them. It just gives a little more professional look to it. So we've created a slideshow. You're going to go off on your own and create your own presentations. You can do virtual tours by adding all the home photos to a different slide in here. And then you can also share this. You can share this with homeowners here. You can click this share button and it's going to say give your presentation a name, which we didn't do yet. I'm going to go ahead and save it. And then it's going to ask you who you want to share it with. You can type an email in here or you can copy the link. But remember, you must change your access to anyone with a link if it's someone outside of KW. Then you'll copy the link and you can email that over to anyone that you want to email by just pasting it in an email. And that's how you would share. So now we know a little bit of Google Slide basics. We've learned about some themes and transitions and layouts. I want to show you like what your presentation can really do. So I'm going to go back to slide 1, which I'm actually at. I'm going to click on slideshow, and then over here right under my little face you can see these are my slides. If you click on the 3 dots, and let me move my little face over. If you click on the 3 little dots, you can open your speaker notes, you can turn on a laser pointer, you can turn on the pen, exit full screen, and exit slideshow. But one of the things I really like is these caption preferences. And you can turn on captions, and that's going to allow Google to see what hear, what you are saying and put it on your slideshow. So it's really great if you're doing this virtually and you're presenting virtually any kind of presentation, that you can allow these captions so that people can not only hear what you're saying, but they can read on the screen what you are saying. And so that is one of my presentation tips for you to use when you're using Google Slides. You can also use this feature or this presentation feature to rehearse your slides, and that way you are not feeling unconfident and that you can present this in a well-rehearsed and very confident manner. So make sure you're rehearsing with this feature. You can also click over here and turn on your speaker notes, which I don't have any notes, but it's very good if you're using 2 screens. So if you're using multiple screens, you can turn on those speaker notes. And I don't have any notes in here, but if I did, they would show up right here. You can also go back to your presentation here. So we're going to exit the slideshow, and you can see here's my slides. I can click down here, and these are where my notes would be if I wanted to put speaker notes or remember something to talk about. So when I do go click on those speaker notes are going to be right down there. So that's about it for Google Slides. If you have any great ideas on how you would use this for your business or your real estate, let me know in the comments below. I would love to see your slides. Send them to me. Can't wait to see all the creative things that you guys create with your Google Slides. See you next week.